Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be looking at GraphQL and how we can use it with Python. Now, I've actually known about GraphQL for years, but I just never got around to using it, so I thought I'd finally do that. So if we go on their website and we go to code and we go to Python, we can see they've got a few servers, is what they're calling them, but they're just libraries for GraphQL, and we're going to be using Strawberry because for what I want to show you, it has the most simple code and interface. So before I show you the code, we should probably ask ourselves, why would we even bother to use GraphQL? What problem does it solve? Now, if you've never built an API, you might not know the answer to that. But if I were to explain it in the most simple terms, GraphQL allows us to grab only the data we want and not everything else. So yeah, just imagine you're trying to build a small web app and you want to display a user's name. Now, that user is going to be in a user table or something, and you might have 100 other fields in there. So depending on how you set your view up, you might have to grab all 100 fields. Or even worse, you might have to grab data from like various different places, in which case you would traditionally have to make multiple queries. And now with GraphQL, you just have one endpoint, and the GraphQL essentially handles everything for you. So you can just say, I want the name, and that's it, and that's what will get returned. So we're using Windows Subsystem for Linux, which is really nice for developing on, if you're mainly on Windows. I've set up a couple of files here. We've got a main.py, which is empty, and we've got our requirements that we need for our app to work. And then I've also set up a virtual environment which I've activated. Our requirements file looks like this. We've got FastAPI, which we'll be using. We've got Unicorn, and we've got Strawberry GraphQL. And I have got HTTP. Are we using that? Possibly yes, to make a request. I think I already did this previously, but I'm just going to reinstall this requirements file. And actually we need to specify that. So yeah, already satisfied. So going into our main.py file, we can get started. Let's start by grabbing our imports. And these are just some various things that we'll be needing. The next thing we're going to do is define a class called movie, and we're giving it the strawberry.type, which defines it as a GraphQL type, which we need to do. So this is just essentially the set of data objects we're going to be making are going to consist of a title and a director, and nothing more. So the next thing we're going to do is define this query class, and this is the root of our GraphQL schema, and this essentially defines what people can interact with. It defines our API. And inside here we've made a endpoint called movies, which allows us to fetch some data about our movies class up here. So I've created a list of objects which I just randomly generated. Again, like I said, this class here is the root of our schema. So we're defining that here. Then we're going to define our FastAPI app. Then we're just going to do a basic endpoint, which is just like normal FastAPI. This is going to be the root of our document, and it's just going to say, welcome to the GraphQL API. Next, we're going to add another endpoint to our app, /GraphQL. And that's going to have our schema. And I don't actually know what the debug true does, but I think if it's going to be similar to Django, it's probably just going to give you error messages and stuff in the browser. And then the last thing we need to do is just, have we got Unicorn imported at the top? We're just importing Unicorn for here for when we run this script, and then this is just going to start our server. Pretty simple. Okay, so we can now run our server, which we just do by running this file. Now I had an issue here. If you've had the same issue, you might be able to fix it by just switching this to localhost. I'm not exactly sure what's why did that happen? I'm not sure what's causing that to happen, but it happened. So here's our root, and if we go forward, remember we made that GraphQL endpoint also. We get this GraphQL, which I've not actually played around with, but I think it essentially just allows us to make our requests directly in here. What we're going to do is use HTTP, which I installed, and we'll actually need to create that in a new window. So what I've done is I've opened another terminal, because we need to keep our server up and running. I basically reactivated this environment which has HTTP installed, and we're just going to copy this command in, and you can see for our query we're specifying only the title for all our movies. So hopefully we'll get that back. Nice. And the other field that we had available to us was director. So let's go back to our terminal here, and I think you can add it actually without even doing comma separated. We can get both our director and our title, or we can get our director only. So that's it really. So now you can imagine having a front end in Vue.js or React.js, whatever you want to use. And instead of making a normal API request, you essentially make a query request to the same GraphQL endpoint, and you're just saying, this is the data I want. I want the movies and the director, the movie name and the director, for example, title. So yeah, that's it really. So if you have any questions, let me know, and that's it.